Randy McKee here at Soccer 605, and I'm here with Clint Krahn, the head of the American Outlaws Sioux Falls chapter. Thanks, Clint, for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you guys are big fans of American soccer and the U.S. men's national team, but you know this, and that's an everyday thing.
Yes.
But boy, we're heading into a mighty important stretch for our team.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one, and you know, I've told most people this is what 4 years have been building up to. You know, 2 years of qualification of living and breathing soccer. It's 4 years. This is what you wait for.
You know, I can't remember a time, and I really haven't heard anybody say anything about our men's national team having a better run up to a World Cup ever before.
No, and I guess, you know, if you look at just the sheer numbers on paper, they've never won their send-off series. They've never won 3-0. Tough group, but you know, I think we got it. I think we're going to make it.
You know, there's a lot of agony around the country with Donovan being left on that roster.
Yes.
And, you know, I've heard some people say, well, yeah, it's time. And I've heard other people say, well, he wouldn't have hurt anything. I've heard other people say, God, he would have been a valuable deal. What do you think about that?
You know, I guess, you know, my emotions have been back and forth on it. It's mixed. When he first came out that he wasn't on there, blown away. I was shocked. I was like, how does he not make the team? And then you start thinking about it, and it's like, well, yeah, you can kind of see where some guys are stepping up, playing a little better than him. But I guess I've settled on the fact I'm still shocked he's not on the roster. You know, I can see him not being a starter, but to have him come off the bench in the 80th or something, yeah.
You know, he's been a big fixture in American soccer for quite a while, not only, you know, in the national team, but in MLS as well. But, you know, when you think about it, when he and Beasley and some of those other guys who were walking with some swagger went to their first World Cup, some of the older guys got left behind there.
Exactly. And that's going to happen to the new kids now, and you know, it's the way the cycle works, and we'll have the same discussion. We'll have the same discussion in 4 years or 8 years, and somebody shockingly was left off the roster, replaced by some 18-year-old kid.
Well, that's one thing you have to admire about Clint Krahn. You know, he doesn't seem to be concerned about public opinion when it comes to running that soccer team. He does what he wants to do.
He does. I mean, he's got his vision of remaking U.S. soccer from what it was to what he wants it to be from the ground up. You know, just if you read articles and saw stuff in the past, how they develop players, it was kind of every level kind of have a different idea, and now he's getting everybody aligned, as I say, more kind of the European style, where from day one, this is how you play, this is how we do the system, and hopefully in years to come, it's really going to pay off on the national team.
Well, we're hoping so, and you know, the thing about it, I'm wanting us to do good today, and you know, I think that we have the kind of team that we, you know, sure might be able to make it out of the qualifying round and get in that round of 16 and see what we can do there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Ghana game is huge. That's a big one. If we don't win that one, I mean, the cards are definitely stacked against us. It's going to be really tough to move, but we've got to get a result in the first one, and I'd love to see Germany and Portugal beat each other up pretty good on that first match of theirs too, and catch Portugal a little down, and maybe Germany doesn't care. But
well, you know, and like you say, Ghana is so critical, and you know, then you get to the point where maybe you get a lucky play, or maybe it's an unlucky play against the other team. And really, I think the teams are really that close at that level anyway.
They are.
So we're here at the gateway of Sioux Falls. This has been, you know, for the last couple of years anyway, I guess, the headquarters of the American Outlaws here. What are some of the things that the gateway has done for the American Outlaws to facilitate them being the official bar?
Well, I mean, I guess from the beginning they've been 100% supportive for us. And if you've been with us for a long time, you know, we were kind of nomads for a while. We bounced around from bar to bar to finally found some, oh yeah, we'll show you the game. We'll have it on a TV. You know, if we're really lucky, we got sound. We had it 1 week, not the next time, and you know, people didn't care. We had, you know, kind of our notorious story of champs from the last World Cup. They were great hosts. They opened early for us, amazing. After the World Cup, they kind of started to fade away. When we finally said see ya, is when they kicked us out to host a teen mom party instead. Never went back.
Yeah.
But you know, since we've been at the gateway, if you haven't been here, I mean, the sound is always on. They've got stuff on the walls. We're starting our ring of chapter scarves around the bar, adding more all the time. Eventually, hopefully, we can go the whole bar, which is going to be a lot of scars, but we'll work on it.
Well, and they have some real soccer people involved in running this place.
They do.
Too. That makes a big difference. You know, just got word here in the last week or 10 days that you're going to have some company across South Dakota. It looks like if they can get up and qualifiy out in Black Hills.
Yes.
Chad Landis is starting a chapter. Chris Derry is working on one in Pierre. So it's nice to see the American Outlaws spreading across South Dakota.
It is, and you know, obviously we're here to help those guys out. We've kind of done a lot of the groundwork for them, so they have questions. You know, Chad's already reached out to a couple things, and hey, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Get things started, and you know, the more the merrier.
So if somebody's out there watching this, how can they get involved? How can they join the American Outlaws?
Well, first step, go to theamericanoutlaws.com. You'll see a membership page in the corner. Click on it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Name, email, address, shirt size. Biggest thing, don't forget to select your chapter. If you're Sioux Falls, select Sioux Falls. If you are a newer member and you're going to do Rapid City or the new Pierre chapter, you'll see an other spot, fill in the blanks. And then you'll eventually become an official chapter and go from there.
Well, fantastic. Well, time to kick off the second half of the Brazil-Croatia game, which has been a really entertaining match so far.
So far.
And hopefully they'll kind of work on each other too. We might have to meet one of them later on, but anyway, thanks a lot, Clint, and can't wait to be sitting down with you as we go through this World Cup to kind of get your insight.
Not a problem. Once again, thanks for having me. Follow us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Keep in the loop.
All right. Thanks for watching Soccer 605.
42.